afternoon, ma'am.
Very good afternoon, Rekha ji.
So how you doing, ma'am? Tell me how life is, treating to you, how the day is shaping to you, towards you.
The day has been really very fantastic. Since morning, I was just busy doing my household chores, and this is my fourth session. So I can say that we are going to start with it, and it will be fantastic.
This is your fourth session. I must say that, ma'am, you are a full of bean person because fourth session, even I don't have left out the energy for the fourth session. I take
First,
only
I said first. This
first,
is
okay.
first session.
The first session.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. And I must say, I would like to give a compliment here. It's really delightful to connect with you always. Because I told you that you are an energetic person and full of knowledge, and you have a lot of experience in your basket that I always wanted to take from you. Full of treasure. I must say treasure. I'm using a wrong word. Treasure you have.
Thank you. Thank you so much if you really feel this. I
Of
don't
course,
think I
of
don't think that I deserve that, but yeah, it's okay.
course, you deserve that, and from the bottom of my heart, I felt that. That's why I'm conveying it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure.
Okay, ma'am. So I think formality of introduction is not required here because we are connecting for the second time, right, ma'am?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
ma'am, I believe that you have profound knowledge of English because you are a experienced teacher, English teacher, and retired. And after that, you are indulging yourself in, productivity work. Sorry. So, ma'am, my question is that the beauty, the language, beauty of language. What is the beauty of language according to you?
Good question. Well, so if you are asking beauty of language, it is a very vast subject actually. As if I ask you, what is beauty mean for you? You might
Mm-hmm.
say jeans and top. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Yeah.
ask me, ma'am, what is beauty for you? I can say that sari looks better. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
everybody has different opinion about beauty for physical beauty. In the
Mm-hmm.
same way, beauty for the language. Okay. Some can feel that if we speak advanced English, probably
Mm-hmm.
that is the beauty of English because
Yeah.
then we'll sound like native speakers, something like that. But what I honestly feel is we can speak advanced English, we can use difficult vocabulary, all idioms, phrases, provided the opposite person understands it. That is very important to understand that whom we are connecting to, what
Mm-hmm.
level of English I'm going to use. So
Mm-hmm.
beauty is if you are able to make person understand whatever you want to convey, no matter whether you express it in a simple language or you express it with all idioms and difficult words,
Yes.
but the person should understand. So then it's very beautiful. Yeah, you
Yeah.
take or wear any attire and you don't look good, maybe very costly attire, Banarsi
Mm-hmm.
sari, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
very branded suit, but
Yes.
that doesn't suit you. Suppose it happens that sometimes in a very simple, like even footpath clothes you wear and carry, and you look so smart, so elegant, and at
Mm-hmm.
times from branded dresses also we don't look that good.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
so that's what I feel.
Mm.
You can even give your opinion at the same time if you feel.
Yes, indeed, I completely agree with you, ma'am, because beauty. Everybody has a different perspective and aspect
Yeah.
about beauty, right? So, if you ask me my opinion, what is my take on that? Then I would say my take on this language is the beauty of this language is learning because I am learning this language no matter in what way, right? After 7 years I'm chasing my dream. After 7 years I'm unlocking the opportunity towards my dream. That is the beauty of this language for me because this language is actually giving me the opportunity to fulfill my dream through this language. So this is the beauty of language for me, ma'am.
You are right. You are right. That's what I told you in the beginning itself, that it can vary for person to person. Everybody
Yes.
will have their own opinion about it. Yes?
Yes, ma'am. So,
Yes, yes.
my next question is that you said that, the phrases, the idiom you talk about, right? So the question is that most of the time, and I've been asking many time, and I heard countless time that people are using so much fancy words.
Mhm.
Language is not is that you're just conveying it. Language is a composition of idiom, phrases, vocabs, and everything.
True,
Most of
true.
the time, people use fancy words, idiom, vocabs. So, is it a really good, or is it should be count as a common grammar mistake?
No, no, it's not common grammar mistake. I don't say that. Because, see, if somebody is able to use advanced level English or advanced vocabulary in their language, then that's very good. That's very good. And it's good for learning any language. Even we are using our own native language like Hindi. If we are able to speak use some fancy words, Hindi looks
Mhm.
artistic.
Of
Why we
course.
love poets saying something? Because their way of saying is different. That's the
Mm-hmm.
reason we love that. Yes, you must have
Mm-hmm.
seen some kavi sammelan or something like that. So
Yes,
when they
yes.
speak, we understand the feeling what they want to convey, but the way they put up that we love it. So in the same way, if somebody uses idioms, phrases, but yeah, as you said, is it common error? If they
Mm-hmm.
use it correctly, there is no question of common error.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but
Mm-hmm.
using advanced word and not using properly. It's better to use easy words
Mm-hmm.
with correct structure.
Yes, instead of making to the complex way, we should go with the easy language. We choose the easy language, ma'am.
Yeah,
Sometime it happened, when we are using the idioms and phrases, the person who's sitting in front of you is might not be vigilant that time because he's not getting attentive also because वो interest नहीं लेगा.
yeah,
Sometimes we are bombarding the this idioms and phrases. Yes, absolutely. You already earlier mentioned that. So yes,
yeah.
ma'am. And next, yes, you wanted to say something, I
No,
think.
I just wanted to say that we must understand that where we are speaking and to whom we are speaking. That should be
Mhm.
there in our mind. So, to keep ourselves at the safer side, it's always
Mhm.
good that we use simple English if we
Yes,
are
yes.
not sure that who the person is in front, as we are connecting these days from different people. With one small message, ma'am, I want to connect with you. You cannot
Mm-hmm.
understand who is going to appear on your screen today, isn't it?
Yes.
So you
Eh,
need to know the person, and then accordingly you can use advanced level or simple level or whatever way you can.
Indeed, indeed. Bingo, ma'am. And
Thank you.
blown away, blown away.
Oh,
So,
that's fantastic. Yeah,
yes. So, ma'am, I
lovely
want to.
question. I'm also enjoying giving answers of your questions.
So, one more question is just spinning, in my head. Fluency. I don't know why people is running behind the fluency, ma'am. I don't understand the logic behind of fluency. So, what is the logic behind this fluency? Why people are running behind the fluency instead of going to the in a correct way? What is fluency according to you? How would you describe it?
Fluency for any language. For any language. I'm not talking about just English. For any language. If you are able to convey your ideas, your thoughts comfortably, and the
Mm-hmm.
opposite person gets it,
Mm-hmm.
for me, you are fluent enough. Okay? But you are trying to say something unknowingly or ignorantly, you are not aware of what kind of a structure you are making. You wanted
Mm-hmm.
to say something what you did in the past, and somehow you made something which you made a structure saying that you are using future tense. Then
Mm-hmm.
person will not get you that exactly what you wanted to say. So whatever way, whatever thing you want to convey, that should be properly conveyed. Yeah, and if you are able to do that, it means you are fluent, no matter whether it is Hindi or it is English.
But
Yeah,
nowadays, ma'am, yes, ma'am. But
yeah.
nowadays, what I
Your
actually
question was
I'm.
nowadays people are running behind fluency. Why is
Mm-hmm.
it so? It's
Yes.
always about the demand of the time. So
Mm-hmm.
today's era, if you see, English is so much in demand. The
Mm-hmm.
very first reason is because of technology and
Mm-hmm.
IT sectors.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier, I remember when my parents were looking for no job. My father was
Mhm.
married when he was in class ninth. Or
Oh,
when he was in class ninth, that time he
fine.
got married. So he used to share his knowledge and experience that when
Mm-hmm.
they were looking for job, there
Mm-hmm.
was no culture like this that one round of exam, then English should be very fluent, and you will be taken an interview, and then you will qualify, and then you will be given certain post. It wasn't like that. Simply
Mm-hmm.
your 10th, 12th, or graduation marks, and you get the job. That was the time. So they never focused on this spoken English that time. But now you go for any place, even you want to admit your child in the school. Your
Mm-hmm.
child knows very good English, but you don't know English, your child will
Mm-hmm.
not be admitted in that particular school.
Of course.
Understood?
Yes.
The
Yes.
time says that, my dear, you need to know this language. So
Mm-hmm.
overcome the fear of English and learn something so that you can be free to speak anything to everybody. So that's
Mm-hmm.
the reason actually. You go to any place, even in the hospital, you
Mm-hmm.
are dealing with sick people. From the very first step, reception, you will have
Yes. Yes.
to answer in English.
English. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
it's all
This
about
is
the demand of the time.
demand of the time. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely, ma'am. So that, ma'am, common grammar mistake, right, ma'am? Because when we are going with the flow, when we are talking, when we are indulging ourselves in any particular topic or conversation, when we are going with the flow, we always commit the mistake. वो भी बहुत common grammar mistake. So according to you, what are they?
Yeah. Very commonly, which I have come across certain mistakes, which I found even I can say educated people also at times they make this mistake, maybe because they are Hindi speakers and they have learned this language. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what I found is that they do not know the correct use of do, does, and did. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The verb should always agree with these verbs like do, did, and does. Okay,
Yes, yes.
always the verb should come in the first form. But people always, not everybody, some people always commit this mistake. Like they say, she doesn't goes to school, because the affirmative sentence is she goes to school. So once
Yes.
they want to change into negative, they use the same verb, she doesn't goes to school, whereas it should be she doesn't go to school. In the
Yes,
same
yes.
way, yeah, in the same way with did also they do.
Did. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
Yes,
like he went
absolutely.
to school. Okay, he went to school,
Yes.
and now person wants to say no, no, school nahi gaya. Probably some of them they will make like he did not went to school. He went to
Yes.
school, but
Mm-hmm.
my daughter did not went to school. Yeah, but it
Mm-hmm.
should be my daughter did not go to school. So we have to understand that whenever we make negative sentences with
Mm-hmm.
do not, does not, and
Mm-hmm.
did not, the verb should always agree in its base form. That is first form or verb one. So this is the very common mistakes I have
Okay.
very often seen people making. Yeah.
Okay, yes, ma'am, indeed. And one point I would like to add on here, most of the time, countless I heard countless time people asking, "What is your good name? What is your?"
Yeah. A name is never good and bad.
Yes, but I believe there is the name is has its own quality and beauty. Every name is good. So we can't say what is your good name. Instead of saying this, we can say what is your good name or what is your name. Or if you wanted to go on a polite manner, may I know your name? In that
Yeah.
way you can use. This is a very common mistake.
Yeah. Actually, this statement people don't consider as wrong even. Yeah, they
Yes.
consider it that I made something artistic English and I asked, "What's your good name, please?" Yes, yes,
Yes,
that's true.
absolutely, indeed, ma'am.
That's true.
You know what
That's
actually what we are the Indian, what actually we are not a native speaker and we are not born and brought up in UK and US that we have our own regional language, Hindi or some people have some other regional language. Right.
Yeah.
So I believe we are privileged to make the mistake. We are not a native speaker, ma'am. And
Yes.
man is a embodies of making a mistake. So we
No,
can't do it.
that's
We
true.
will help
That's true.
this.
But we need to continuously put in some effort to overcome this problem.
Yes,
Even
that
one,
we can.
yeah, one simple rule if we learn, or one simple word if we can add in our dictionary, actually. So it is always good.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, absolutely. And ma'am, second mistake I have noticed that preposition. People
Oh,
often get confused with the preposition. But
uh,
I have
yeah.
very simple solution for it. I also commit the mistake, on the preposition sometime. But I actually rule out, or I make one formula for it, that whenever I'm, reading a sentence or I'm listening something to, I always learn that particular word with the preposition, like
Okay.
laugh at, dance to, like that. So I try to remember that particular word with the preposition.
Actually, this is the right way to learn prepositions.
Mhm.
Actually, yes, like we had also learnt in the same way, like died of, afraid
Mhm.
of. Yes,
Yes, yes,
means we don't have to make mistake. After afraid, you don't have to think at all that any other preposition is going to be used. It has to be off.
yes, yes, it has to be off.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
so that is the right way of learning prepositions, actually. But yes, people make mistake. Even I too at times do it, because sometimes we translate exactly as we think in Hindi. As we
Yes,
think in
yes,
Hindi. So
yes.
same word to word when we want to translate, it happens at times.
We are the
Yes.
Indians. We always do the same, ma'am. We always translate word to word.
Yeah, we try to do that. So that
Yes,
should not be done, because it's
yes,
a foreign language for us, it's second
yes.
language for us. So we should always think that we have to master over this language. It means we should learn correctly.
Yes, of course, indeed, and totally agree with you, ma'am. And it's almost 15 minutes, and time flew away. It was really gripping conversation with you. Terrific.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I too enjoyed your questions, because such questions I always like to answer. If somebody is going to ask something and I just have to answer, I don't have to think for the questions. Then I'm very comfortable sitting at the chair. You just throw your questions, I'm ready with my answer.
Thank you
That's
so much, ma'am,
that is
connecting with
always
me
good.
and giving me opportunity. And it is delight. I'm delighted. It is delightful, conversation with you, having a conversation with you, I must say. And